Good evening. My name is Khary Lazarre-White. And I am the co-founder and executive director of the Brotherhood Sister Soul. Mark, congratulations on your honor. We thank you for the partnership. We thank GAP for the support. It's been wonderful to work with you, to do business with you, and to become friends with you. Congratulations, Mark. I want to recognize and thank another group that is so important to the work that we do, and those are our partners in government. This evening we have New York State Senator Robert Jackson, New York City Council members Gail Brewer, Sean Abreu, and Rita Joseph, and Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. Alvin, I think there might be a case people are happy about that you won. So 30 years ago, Jason and I had a vision. We were dedicated to the idea that all young people, when surrounded by support and guidance, education, and love, could both overcome the realities of what they faced due to inequality and a lack of access, and that they could also become social change makers who would both choose to live their lives in a more moral and ethical way and also work to make the world more moral and ethical, the intersection of the personal and the political. BroSis works to create this vision each and every day. We are unyielding in this effort. BroSis has done this work, this essential and necessary work, for 30 years. This isn't just about superficial and performative imagining of a better world. This isn't an Instagram post, but instead an actualized and created one, a truly more humane space filled with opportunity and access, a place of real and lived hope. And it is needed now more than ever. Yes, these are difficult times. We can feel the foreboding darkness. Yes, many feel unmoored, disconnected. It can feel as if so few are truly struggling with the complex problems that we face. So few are working for an interconnected way forward. But BroSis is a light. BroSis has always been a place where we lead by example and teach young people that we are interconnected and have a shared and common humanity. We can be diverse, we can come from different countries, all corners of the globe. We can be immigrants and those born here. But we are connected by shared ideals of how we will treat one another and by what it means to live in community. BroSis is a formed community based on love and substance and on doing the work that needs to be done. From our founding, BroSis has been a place where we teach young people lessons that should be taught all around the world. How to form a moral and ethical code. How to develop one's own belief system. What does it mean to be a woman? What does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be connected to the earth and be an environmentalist? What does it mean to live a life of respect and consciousness? What does it mean to be a critical thinker? These are big questions that our young people struggle with. We all should struggle with these questions. We know that those of good faith will work with us, and that our worldview, an embracing and expansive worldview, will win out in the end, even in these dark times. As you've heard, BroSis is a place where young people put their hands in the soil, planting and growing life, and composting. We have installed a patented composting system in dozens of New York City community gardens with a plan to place them in over 500 throughout New York City, which will handle over 3 million pounds of waste. It will be a model for the nation. We feed young people daily and provide over 40,000 meals a year, improving wellness. An example of the fact that you can feed young people with care and intention and love. We have trained over 3,000 educators from 300 organizations around the globe on how to do work based on our model. From DC to Boston, from San Francisco to Brazil to Portugal, and they work with over 25,000 young people. See, we imagine solutions and we bring them into reality. BroSis is a light. BroSis was founded to wrap our young people in a web of support, multi-level and scaffolded systems that ensure that they will grow strong and be held. It is a place of connection and belonging. It is a place of art and expression, a place that takes youth to travel internationally from Africa to South America, becoming international global citizens, living their connectivity to the world. BroSis is a place of exposure to the possibilities of higher education and workforce development that sustains and fulfills. It's a place of wellness and mental health services and support on the journey to being whole. That can be a mighty and intimidating journey, overwhelming even for a child, unless someone walks with you. That's what we do at BroSis. We walk with our young people. Ours is a place that reminds young people that they will make mistakes, as we all will, but be brave enough to acknowledge them and be better. We're a place of food and sustenance, a place of joy and laughter, a place of learning and deepening. We walk with our children. This is the work we have always done. It's the work we believe in. We ask you to join us. BroSis is a place of community. Yes, we are based in our beloved Harlem, but we are expansive. We work citywide, we reach national, and we have a world view, and we have a deep commitment to doing what needs to be done. We are a justice organization, one that works at the intersection of racial, gender, and economic justice. In this great city of ours, 1 out of 4 people is food insecure. Over 50% of our fellow citizens live in economic poverty or near the poverty line. And 15% of the children in our New York City public school system are homeless. 150,000 children homeless in this city, here in New York. And so in the face of that, what does it mean to be a justice organization? What does it mean to do the necessary work? What does it mean to serve and hold and protect community? One example that tells the story of BroSis. In 2020, just 5 years ago, COVID swept through the world. The entire globe shut down. It was as if overnight, all became still. Remember it? It feels so long ago and so recent all the same. I have a video from that time. I had ridden my bike to Times Square, and it was the middle of the day, and I took a 360-degree video. And in Times Square, in the middle of the day, there's not a single person, not a single car. No humanity could be seen. But 100 blocks to the north, BroSis responded with humanity. 2 weeks after New York City was completely shut down, we opened our doors. We had done a survey of our young people, and we asked them what they needed to navigate this time. They identified 3 most pressing needs. The first need was that their families were already experiencing financial distress. The intersection of COVID and inequality was already so clear. So many blue-collar and working people had lost their jobs. These were jobs you couldn't do remotely, and so their parents had lost employment. The already limited social safety net we have in this country had shredded. And so in tight apartments where rules of distancing couldn't be adhered to, and all too many low-income people didn't have health care, COVID spread. And so we distributed over $200,000 to keep lights on, pay crucial bills, cover pharmacy bills, and pay for rent. The second need that our young people talked about was that they were being asked to attend school remotely, but many didn't have adequate computers. Pre-COVID, siblings might have shared one computer for homework, an arrangement that no longer worked, as now the siblings would need to be on computers all day. Or home Wi-Fi was shaky, or multiple devices could not attach. And so BroSys provided hundreds of laptops, tablets, and hotspots so our children could learn. And third and finally, they were food insecure. And so in March of 2020, a year before the vaccine was distributed, while the world was shuttered, we opened our doors back up. We rented trucks, sourced available food, called bodegas, supermarkets, and warehouses, built a shopping list of what it would take to provide 2 meals a day for a family of 4 for a week. And then we got to work. We pieced together from various providers fresh fruit and vegetables, staples, meat and eggs, bread and tortillas, rice and beans, soup, peanut butter, and cereal. And we packaged it all together in bags and boxes. And every Wednesday, our brave staff and our brave volunteers and some board members came to BroSys and handed out these boxes and bags to over 500 people and families representing over 2,000 people every single week. BroSys is the light. These families would line up before the sun rose, 2 city blocks long. And it wasn't just that we provided food, but how? With decency and care and respect and community. We provided tents when it rained, and water when hot, and chairs for the elderly. And as we handed out that food, we also provided over 10,000 masks, winter coats and hats, and children's books. And when the vaccine arrived, we helped people sign up for the vaccine and developed a partnership with Presbyterian Hospital so that the vaccine could be administered. We walked with them, and BroSys was a light. We did this every week for 2 years, and we provided over 1.1 million meals to our community. We did what BroSys does, we responded. This is the work and the organization you support this evening. Tonight, you've joined with us to celebrate 30 years of BroSys, a vision based on hope, yes, but also a lived reality of doing the necessary work. We have done this for 30 years. We have worked for the world we imagine. And now, over multiple generations, we have worked every day for more equity, more equality, more opportunity, to ensure that all young people are supported and guided and educated and loved so that they can develop their own agency, so they can have all the opportunities that they deserve. And isn't this the world that we all want? Isn't this the world that we all want to build? Thank you.